I'm a native of Henrietta, and just recently we had a circumstance occur in there, and I know that many of the candidates already addressed public safety concerns, and we were talking extensively about bail reform prior to the pandemic hitting. And you'll be hearing us talk more about it because circumstances such as the one where a convicted individual who shot a cop being released, that Chairman Langworthy brought up, is just the beginning. Just recently, we had an individual who viciously attacked a Monroe County Sheriff's deputy who was released on his own recognizance, even though the charge qualified for bail by a town justice in the town of Henrietta. And who was that town justice? An individual by the name of Bob Cook. He used to do my job as the Democratic chair. So you have a political judge out there making a decision, even though it's a qualifying offense for bail, deciding to let this individual, after having attacked a cop, out. Well, another individual from Henrietta that's seeking to represent that area and portions of the city of Rochester is a great individual, Peter Vasquez. Peter is taking on Harry Bronson, who had a tough primary race that went on and shows that not all Democrats even are in favor of and support Harry Bronson. So it's a real opportunity. One of the big issues in that race and going forward is education and making sure that there's resources that are available for our children going forward, whether it's in school or online or how that'll come about. But the city of Rochester and the school system here is in crisis. And Peter's an educator himself, so he knows what's necessary to sit there and fix the education system. And he's going to do so as our next assemblyman. Peter.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Steve, for the leadership that you guys provide in the Republican Party here locally and throughout the state. So, I write my words down, otherwise we'd probably be here until 3 o'clock. Anyways, buenas tardes, me llamo Peter Vasquez, right? Good afternoon, my name is Peter Vasquez. I am your candidate for member of the Assembly in the 138th Assembly District. I'm also the president of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of New York, which is a state chapter of a very effective and bold national organization who works very closely with the current administration in the White House. Soy el candidato para miembro de la Asamblea del Distrito 138 y también soy el presidente de la organización que se llama Frederick Douglass Foundation of New York. Right, my candidacy is committed to running a solution-based campaign. We're focused on bringing people together by uniting similarities and differences rooted in community thought with the spirit and the mindset of listening first. You know, it's been almost 10 years since I first ran in 2012. Yes, this is my 4th time running. But you know, nothing has changed for the better. Nothing at all. Now look, I give Harry a lot of kudos for the work that he's done in the LGBT community. But for the rest of us, there's been absolutely nothing but an invoice for failed policies that have driven innovation, unity, and trust out of the state of New York. Han pasado casi 10 años después que corrí para primera vez en 2012. Pero nada ha cambiado para lo mejor. Ahora mire, aplaudo lo que Harry, por lo que él ha logrado para la comunidad LGBTQ. Pero para el resto de nosotros no hay nada más que una factura por políticas falladas que han impulsado la innovación, ¿sí?, la unidad y la confianza afuera del estado de Nueva York. Look, highlighted by bad policies like bail reform and raise the age, coupled with inefficient changes to how attorneys handle things like discovery demands, clearly indicates how partisan politics and out-of-touch representations have for far too long squandered opportunities to enhance life, education, and pro-business policies, leaving our families in distress and without hope. Destacado por las malas políticas como la reforma de la fianza y elevar la edad, junto con cambios ineficientes en la forma en que los abogados manejan el descubrimiento, indica claramente cómo la política partidista a los representantes fuera de contacto con la comunidad han desperdiciado demasiadas oportunidades para crecer en la vida. La educación y las políticas a favor de la comunidad, dejando nuestras familias sin esperanza. Look, the belief of life, liberty, and justice is foundational to what I believe and the Republican philosophy. Our mission is to stop New York government from hemorrhaging New Yorkers and New York businesses. It's time to change a culture, or to a culture, that is truly people-centric, business-friendly, and family-focused, with policies that lift struggling economies like the one we've seen here in Rochester for well over a decade. La creencia en la vida, la libertad y la justicia es la base sobre lo que nos basemos yo y la filosofía republicana. Nuestra misión es cambiar la cultura a una que esté realmente centrada en las personas, amigable con los negocios y enfocada en la familia con políticas para levantar las economías dificultades como la que hemos visto en Rochester durante más de un década. I'm going to share a quote from Frederick Douglass with you. This is a quote that he shared in reference to being Republican and what we see going on. Frederick Douglass said, "I am thought to be an independent, and so I am. But I am an independent inside the Republican Party. I can have all the independence I want inside the Republican Party. I am both independent and dependent. I do not take a step in life that I am not dependent on somebody or something. In politics, I am dependent upon one or the other political party. And I am foolish enough to think that the Republican Party may as safely be trusted with the destiny of the Republic and the rights of colored people as the Democrat Party. And this I know I am right. For the life of me, I cannot see how any honest colored man has the brains enough to put two ideas together, can allow himself under the notion of independence to give aid and comfort to the Democrat Party in Ohio or elsewhere. Woe to the colored people of this country when the Republican Party shall triumph in spite of the treacherous votes of the colored man. Bad as our condition is now, it would be worse then. We should neither have nor deserve the confidence of any party, and would, to use a slang phrase, be out in the cold. My advice to colored men everywhere is to stick to the Republican Party, to tell your wants, hold the party to its profession, but do your utmost to keep it empowered in the state and the nation." Words of President Douglas. Now listen, education and financial literacy, they lead towards self-awareness, uplifting people to their full potential. But unfortunately, in New York State, because of the lack of people-centric, business-friendly, and family-focused policies, such as effective criminal justice reform, term limits, and initiatives of referendum, a culture of corruption stifling the growth of life, liberty, and justice have become the status quo of our governance. Now I call out to all skin colors, blacks, browns, whites, olives, yellows, red, or whatever, to believe that we can do better, to believe that skin is an organ and its color does not define your tomorrow, to believe that as one race, together, nothing can stop us. There are no barriers. And as a young man who grew up in this city, as a young man who was told at a very young age that my skin color and my circumstances, I will be stuck there for my whole life. But today, I'm a business owner, I am a teacher, I'm an activist, I'm a chaplain, I'm a pro-lifer, all of those things unapologetically. I am a Republican because I believe in the philosophy just like Frederick Douglass did. Llamo a todos de colores de piel, negro, marrones, blancos, aceitunas, amarillos, naranjado, rojo, o lo que sea, para que crean que podemos hacerlo mejor. Crean que el pie es un órgano y que su color no defina a tu mañana. Somos realmente de una raza. Creer que como una raza junto, nada puede detenernos. No hay barreras. Listen, we stand with black lives, especially the 20 million black lives lost since Roe versus Wade, which is more than the black population of 1960, if you didn't know that tidbit. We stand with our police department, strong and united. Estamos con vidas negras, especialmente los 20 millones de vidas negras perdidas desde Roe versus Wade, que es más de la población negra de 1960. Estamos con nuestros policías, fuerte y unido. If you'd like more information on my campaign, please visit our website at votevasquez.com. And if you'd like to know of the initiatives that we have with the Frederick Douglass Foundation of New York, please visit our website at fdfny.org. Y que Dios bendiga a cada uno de ustedes, que Dios bendiga a este gran estado de Nueva York, y que Dios bendiga a este bendito Estados Unidos. God bless each of you, your families, in this great state of New York. Thank you again.